How do former presidents of the United States spend their millions after leaving office? From lavish homes to luxury vacations, presidential retirement can be quite comfortable. Let's take a look at how some former commanders-in-chief live large after the White House. Have you ever wondered what U.S. presidents do after they leave the Oval Office? Turns out, most capitalize on their fame in one way or another to build their fortunes. Some settle into a life of relaxation. Others focus on philanthropy and humanitarian efforts. But most find new ways to rake in big money through speaking engagements, serving on corporate boards, writing memoirs, and more. Today, we'll explore how modern former presidents Barack Obama, Donald Trump, George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton spend their millions after leaving the stresses of the White House behind. From lavish properties to luxury vacations, presidential retirement can be quite lucrative and comfortable. Let's dive right in and look at how these former commanders-in-chief live large in their golden years after hanging up their political hats. I think you'll be shocked at just how they live once their time running the nation comes to an end. Barack Obama. Our 44th president had a net worth of around $1.3 million pre-White House, but he made serious bank after leaving office in 2017. Within a few years, he and Michelle Obama amassed a fortune estimated between $70 and $135 million. So where did all that cash come from? Obama cashed in on lucrative speaking gigs, book deals, and other business ventures once his presidential term ended. His 2017 post-presidential memoir, A Promised Land, sold nearly 890,000 copies on its first day of publication, and it's estimated Barack and Michelle signed a joint $65 million book deal for their memoirs. On the speaking circuit, Obama reportedly earned an average of $400,000 per speech as of 2019. That surely adds up quickly. As for their lavish lifestyle, the Obamas shelled out $8.1 million for an 8,200 square foot DC mansion in the posh Colorama neighborhood. The home has 9 bedrooms, 8.5 bathrooms, and plenty of room to entertain high-profile guests. They also bought a nearly 7,000 square foot vacation home in Martha's Vineyard for $11.75 million. It overlooks the Edgartown Great Pond and features floor-to-ceiling windows, a private beach, and plenty of space to relax oceanside. When it comes to taking in the world's most beautiful sights, the Obamas are often spotted at exclusive retreats. They've vacationed in places like Necker Island, the Hawaiian island of Lanai, Indonesia, and more. The Obamas know how to spend their millions in style and luxury during their retirement years. Donald Trump. Donald Trump's net worth was estimated at $2.5 billion when he took office in 2017. Throughout his presidency, it held relatively steady, even increasing to $2.7 billion. But after leaving the White House in January 2021 during a turbulent transition of power, Trump's net worth jumped a staggering $600 million to an estimated $3.3 billion. So how did the former host of The Apprentice add several hundred million to his bank account after leaving the Oval Office? Well, before becoming the 45th U.S. president, Trump had amassed billions in real estate and entertainment. Even though some of Trump's businesses struggled during the pandemic, the value of his real estate licensing deals and other assets still managed to rise after his term. And like other presidents, Trump will surely earn lucrative money on the speaking circuit and in book deals now that his time in office has concluded. Being president likely raised his earning potential for public appearances, speeches, and more. His first post-presidential speech in February 2021 earned him a $1 million paycheck. As for Trump's lavish lifestyle, his penthouse in Trump Tower in Manhattan exemplifies his taste for all things gold-accented and ostentatious. His Palm Beach resort, Mar-a-Lago, is another shining example of luxury living. And we can't forget Trump's over-the-top, custom-designed Boeing 757 jet. With its gold-plated seatbelts, leather chairs, and full bedroom, it epitomizes his flashy billionaire lifestyle. Donald Trump knows how to live large and spend his millions in grand style. Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton grew up in humble beginnings as the son of a traveling salesman in Arkansas. But after his time as the 42nd president, his fortune exploded. In 2000, Bill and Hillary spent $1.7 million on a home in Chappaqua, New York. And their big spending didn't stop there. The power couple also shelled out $18 million for a mansion in the Hamptons outfitted with a guest house and pool. And in 2010, they bought a vacation getaway in the Dominican Republic valued at around $10 million. Like his predecessors, Clinton earned millions by giving speeches after leaving the presidency. He also raked in cash from consulting and writing his 2004 autobiography, which reportedly fetched him an $18 million advance. Today, Bill Clinton's estimated net worth sits between $80 to $150 million. Not too shabby for an Arkansas boy who grew up with little means. It seems landing in the Oval Office was quite lucrative for the charismatic Clinton. He sure knows how to turn his political know-how and connections into cold, hard cash. George W. Bush. George W. Bush, son of former President George H.W. Bush, also considerably boosted his bank account after his 2 terms in office. Before becoming the 43rd president, Bush had millions in assets from working in the oil industry and co-owning the Texas Rangers baseball team. His estimated net worth at the start of his presidency was $20 million. After his presidency ended in 2009, Bush brought in big bucks from speaking engagements. He reportedly earned between $100,000 to $175,000 per speech. Green fees for his appearances exceeded $15 million for just the first year after he left office. In 2014, Bush's net worth was double what it was before taking office, estimated between $40 to $50 million. And today his riches are estimated between $40 and $60 million. Bush owns lavish properties befitting his wealth. During his presidency, he purchased a 1,600-acre ranch estate in Crawford, Texas, which served as his Western White House. And after leaving Washington, Bush bought a lavish 8,500-square-foot Dallas home for $2.3 million. The luxurious house featured 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms, a pool, and a gym. George W. likes to spend and live large in Texas during his retirement years. Jimmy Carter. Now let's look at a president who takes a more modest and frugal approach to life after the White House, Jimmy Carter. Carter was a peanut farmer before becoming president and returned to his humble roots in Plains, Georgia after serving just 1 term from 1977 to 1981. The Carter family still resides in the ranch-style home they built back in 1961, which sits on a few acres of land. And Carter's estimated net worth sits at around $10 million. Compared to other modern presidents, Carter's retirement lifestyle is downright thrifty. He flies commercials, carries his luggage, and reportedly keeps the thermostat low to save energy and cash. Rather than build his fortune, Carter started charitable foundations like the Carter Center for Human Rights Activism. He donates book proceeds to these philanthropic causes. So while Carter enjoys financial security, his lifestyle is a far cry from the luxurious and money-flashing ways of other former presidents. But the humble Carter seems content living the simple life in Georgia, devoting his time to charity work over wealth accumulation. Did learning about how presidents spend their fortune surprise you? Isn't it fascinating to see how modern former U.S. presidents live once they leave the White House? For most, being the leader of the free world provides not just power and influence, but serious wealth that funds lavish lifestyles. Some take advantage of their exclusive networks and newfound status to rake in huge sums through speaking fees, book deals, and more. Others keep a lower profile and live more modestly. But most capitalize on their time in office to grow their riches and enjoy presidential retirement in serious style. From plush properties to ritzy vacations, life can be quite comfortable for those who move on from Pennsylvania Avenue. What do you think about the fortunes and luxury lifestyles of recent former presidents like Barack Obama, Donald Trump, and Bill Clinton? Did you imagine they lived so large after leaving the stresses of the Oval Office behind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe my YouTube channel. We'll see you next time as we continue uncovering all things wealth, success, and affluence.